Hiya, my name's Dave Curtois and I'm an artist. So I started painting around about 2000. I just decided that I was going to have a go at painting. I've never been trained. I've always thought it would be great to be a painter and an artist, but it's not something that I ever thought that I could do. And I painted my first picture, which was actually a lily, and it actually turned out all right. One of my friends came in and said she wanted it, so I gave it to her, and it's still up in her house. I was quite surprised that she wanted it, and then I thought, well, I'll have a go at doing another one. So I done something else, and somebody else wanted it, and they had it. So I kind of thought that maybe I was a bit better than I was. So I just started to do different paintings, and then I decided, it's very funny when I first started painting because I actually didn't know what I wanted to paint. So I can't say that I had a technique or anything like that when I first started painting, because I didn't really know what I was painting. It was just like, I'll try painting that today. After I saw Jack Vettriano and Tamara D'Olimpica and Andy Warhol, I decided that I was going to go down the route of the 50s and the 30s look, because you could actually make something look quite glamorous. So I decided that I was going to then paint burlesque girls, which again I think was all part of my kind of history, what I'd done when I was younger. So I started painting 1950s girls and burlesque girls, and then I went into doing guys like the Sailor. I'd done some gay paintings of guys kissing, which I thought they're not going to sell, but they did. Before I took up art, I trained as a dancer in Laban, which is quite a good school in London. It was contemporary dancing, which when I went there, to be honest, I was quite good at tap, I was quite good at jazz dancing, I was quite good at everything else. And to be honest, I didn't have a clue what contemporary dancing was, but I thought, well, if I can get in this college, I'll do it. So I got into Laban and I got into doing contemporary dancing, and I have to say, it was the most boring thing I could have chosen to go into, contemporary dance. I just didn't get it at all. So as far as me and contemporary dancing went, it didn't actually work. So from Laban I decided to go out and be a stripper, which was much more fun, much more me, and in the 80s, much more in vogue. And I spent probably the next 30 years being a stripper of one kind or another. I was one of the first Dream Boys. I was in their group for a little while, but that was a little bit too much for me because they was all up their own arse, and I kind of took the piss a bit too much and I didn't fit in, so I was kind of politely asked to leave the Dream Boys, because I was sexy, but I wasn't sexy enough for them, because I just didn't see myself as being sexy, so it just didn't work for me. So I just done my own version of being sexy, and I've done that ever since in life. Nowadays, I do a lot of stuff for charity. I run a charity shop just up the road from where I live. Again, it's for homeless people. We've turned it into a bit of a vintage shop. We've got a gallery at the back of the shop which we put art in, and we do a lot of art exhibitions. Next year I'm going to try and do one with some people with mental health issues, some people with disabilities in different ways. I've also done an art show in the past with a disability fashion show in my art show. That was quite fun with the people. It was quite nice to see that people could actually go out there, and one girl that was in a wheelchair said it was the first time she felt she had been looked at for the different reasons to being in the wheelchair. So that was quite nice. So for me, things like that, it's quite interesting to do things like that. So I've kind of done random stuff, but I kind of now know that my thing is, if somebody had asked me in 2000 would I be painting people, that would have been the last thing I would have said that I would be painting. And actually what I paint now is people. So it's really weird because I never thought for 1 minute that I would ever be an artist painting people. And I'm an artist that paints people, but I do it in a very different way to painting portraits. I paint people like that way. So that's what I do. I paint people.